Hi there, and welcome to what feels like both an ending and a beginning. I'm grateful you've stayed with me on this transformative journey because today we're reaching the pinnacle of the Recalibrate methodology, where everything comes together. Over the past few weeks, we've traveled far together. We started with Rediscover, where you created sacred silence and reconnected with your authentic beliefs. Then Redefine, where you asked, how do I want to live my life? And designed a vision that was genuinely yours. Last week in Reconstruct, you began building that vision and making decisions from internal alignment rather than external noise. You've done profound work. You've peeled away layers of conditioning, reconnected with your truth, designed your vision, and begun making aligned changes. And now we reach the most beautiful part, integration. This week is all about the Reconnect step, the final phase of the Recalibrate methodology. The question that guides this phase goes deeper than anything we've asked before. How will these changes affect the relationship with myself and those around me? And how will these connections be sustainable? Here's what I've learned. You don't change in isolation. When you authentically transform, it affects every relationship you have, starting with the most important one, your relationship with yourself. Integration isn't just about aligning your external life with your internal truth. It's about becoming a whole person who shows up consistently across all areas of life. Think about it for a second. For most of your life, you've probably been different versions of yourself in different contexts. The work you, the family you, the social you. You've been compartmentalized, fragmented. But authentic transformation creates something revolutionary. One integrated self who shows up consistently regardless of context. As you've moved through the Recalibrate process, you've been rebuilding your relationship with yourself from the ground up. You've learned to listen to your inner voice, honor your authentic needs, and make aligned decisions. But here's where integration becomes crucial. Can you maintain this relationship with yourself when external pressures mount? Can you stay connected to your truth when others question your choices? Can you continue flowing from authenticity rather than forcing from conditioning? This is the true test of integration. Not just knowing who you are in quiet moments, but being who you are in the middle of real life with all of its complexities. The Reconnect phase teaches you to live in authentic flow. That beautiful state where success flows naturally from being yourself rather than being forced through performance. When you're in authentic flow, decisions become easier because they're filtered through your integrated truth. You stop forcing and start flowing. You stop performing and start being. Let's be honest about what integration looks like in your relationships with others. When you begin living authentically, people will have some reactions. Some will celebrate your transformation, saying things like, you seem so much happier, or there's something different about you. These are your people. Relationships that will be strengthened by your authenticity. Others might feel uncomfortable with your changes. They might say you're being selfish or that you've changed too much. And they're right. You're not the person they used to know. You're becoming the person you were always meant to be. The Reconnect phase helps you navigate these shifts with both compassion and boundaries. You learn to have conversations about your growth without apologizing for it. You learn to maintain your authentic center even when others try to pull you back into old patterns. As you become more integrated, you naturally attract people who appreciate your real self. Your relationships become deeper and more honest because they're based on truth rather than performance. This phase also addresses how to maintain your authentic center professionally. Authenticity doesn't mean dropping all boundaries. It means showing up as an integrated person rather than a fragmented one. It means bringing your values, strengths, and genuine perspective to your work. When you're truly integrated, your work becomes an expression of your authentic self rather than a performance. This often leads to greater success because you're operating from your genuine strengths rather than trying to be someone you're not, which is honestly just exhausting. Perhaps the most profound aspect of integration is learning to trust the process itself. As you become more integrated, life starts to feel effortless. Not easier, but more effortless because you're not fighting against yourself anymore. Remember, you were born whole. The Recalibrate methodology didn't create your authenticity. It helped you remember and reclaim it. Now that you've integrated all the pieces, you get to live from this wholeness. This is your life. This is your truth. This is your integrated, authentic self in full expression. And from this place, success doesn't just flow naturally. Life itself becomes a beautiful expression of who you were always meant to be. Next week, we'll close out our Recalibrate series, recapping the journey we started 4 months ago and discussing what happens next. Until then, keep flowing from your truth and don't forget to join our community of conscious, authentic change makers. Thank you so much for watching.